Hi everyone, my name is Soraya. Welcome to my channel. My channel is Turea Star Star Star, and if you've been following me, welcome to the club. And if you haven't been following me, you're also welcome. I'd like you to enjoy. I talk about health and wellness, and today we will be talking about prioritizing protein, fiber, and fat. So why are we prioritizing protein, fiber, and fat? So just in reflection of my goals, this year my priority was maintaining my health and wellness, and in particular reducing my sugar intake. I'm just being very aware because at some point a few years ago I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, so I am trying to reduce my sugar intake, and through the years I've learned that I have to increase my protein, which I realized was very low, and that I should of course eat more vegetables. Who doesn't know that? And and something that they do recommend is increasing your protein, fiber, and fat. So yeah, it has been going well. I must say that life sometimes gets in the way, and sometimes it gets hard to maintain that diet. It does do well to meal prep. I also realized that I had a lot of carbs in my storage, so if I don't use them, they're actually getting spoiled. So I had to use some of my carbs so that I can get it finished. So I had a lot of rice, a lot of flour. So I'm not that I'm totally back to my normal diet from before, but I do still try and prioritize my protein, even though I am adding carbs now so that I can finish what is in storage. Sometimes just life gets in the way. I do not like to be wasteful. If you know, in Islam, we try to say not to do what we call israf, that is to waste, especially things like food, especially during this time when people do not have food or do not have enough to take care of themselves. So when you do have, you should be able to use it, and it is food, so we do need it. I need it for my energy, especially when I go to work. I work most of the week, and it's very busy, very task oriented. You're on your feet, so I do need some carbs for that energy that I need during the day. So as I said, my priority is still to going towards the end of the year, beginning of the year, is to prioritize my protein, fiber, and fat, and also apart from that, keep my diet as anti-inflammatory as possible. So how do we prioritize the protein that we take? What you can do is to make sure that you always have a protein in your meal, and we already know this. We know that, at least from your basic knowledge, the plate or a balanced plate usually has protein, carbs, and vegetables or fiber. However, the portions is what may be different from what you're used to. So just make sure that you have some protein in your fridge or in your kitchen. So that means that you have to meal prep, you have to budget for the protein, you have to make sure that you have in your ingredient list when you're going to buy stuff that you have some protein. What I do prefer is chicken and fish, especially fatty fish, which is anti-inflammatory. So like salmon. There are other kinds, the halibut, cod. I don't really like those ones, so I usually try to just concentrate on salmon, sometimes tuna. And the chicken, you can have any piece of the chicken. These days I like chicken wings, but you can have chicken breast, you can have chicken drumsticks, I also like chicken liver, because if you know, I am anemic, and chicken liver helps with increasing your iron, so I also do that. So yeah, just make sure that you're meal prepping and make sure that you have some protein, and then try to make it as easy for you to prepare. In terms of how you make it, I try to either grill it or air fry, try and avoid the fat, which has worked well for me. I just marinate it for a few hours, put my spices, put it in the air fryer, either stew it or make it on the grill, and it's pretty good for me, and I'm able to eat that alone or with vegetables. I also, when I'm putting it in the oven, you can put your chicken in the oven with your vegetables, like roast them. You don't have to fry them, or also make a stew. Right now, I'm into stews because it's cold, so you need something warm. So yeah, I've been making stews, but during the summer time, I prefer grilled, where I can just do the chicken and the vegetables together and grill them together and take it with something, some water, something to drink. For the protein, you can also do, if you are not, I was taking yogurt and milk for my protein. Not so much, but the yogurt usually is easier for me to drink when I'm at work. It's the drinkable one, not the one which is like thick, and it usually helps me just to have enough protein on the go. However, for the next year coming, I'm trying to actually try and reduce my dairy intake, so we'll see how that goes. And I just want to be very firm with myself in trying to reduce my milk and dairy products, including ice cream. But you can, if you're a person who doesn't mind dairy, you can do the milk with protein, the yogurt. I mean, milk has protein, the yogurt which has increased protein. You can do the Greek yogurt, with the thick Greek yogurt. Actually, that is the one which is preferred. And you can also do other milks, although I do not know. You have to look at the ingredient list and see if they have enough protein, and just be aware of how much sugar they have in them, because some of them have more sugars than most. So just be careful. Make sure you're reading the ingredient list. In terms of increasing fiber, which is our number, so in terms of how you eat this, you can take either protein, fiber, or fat, or fiber, protein, and fat. If you're really serious about losing weight, they prefer that you take fiber, protein, and fat. The fiber helps to fill you up, and then protein, because you need that to build your muscle, and then fat, and if you must, carbs is at the end, because these are fiber and protein also have energy, but the fat has a lot of energy, and if you overdo the fat, it can accumulate as fat only, instead of just being used as an energy source. You can do either way. I prefer doing the protein, fiber, and fat, just because the protein fills me up quickly, and then the fiber is like your vegetables, which also has carbs, but it also has minerals, and it depends, really, depending on how I divide my meals, because for example, my lunch may have more protein and my dinner may have more fiber, so it depends. But so the second one is fiber, and you can get fiber from your vegetables, from your fruits, things like kale, spinach. You can get it from lentils, beans. You can get it from fruits like apples. Apples have a lot of soluble fiber. And if you're choosing carbs, some carbs have more fiber than others, like your complex carbs may have a little bit of fiber too, like sweet potatoes. So yeah, you can get fiber from that. And how you can use them, you can do vegetable stews, and you have to take this should be half your plate. The vegetables should be half your plate. The fruits, because they have water and fiber, also can be a higher amount than your carbs. They'll also fill you up. You're not doing a juice, you're doing, if you're doing a smoothie has a lot of fiber and will counteract the sugar that you're taking from the fruit, and the fruit sugars are better than added sugars in processed foods. So always think which is better for you, so preferably avoid any added sugars. And then for fiber, you can also do the Metamucil, which is like on over the counter. You can buy some Metamucil and mix with your smoothies, your juices, whatever you think is palatable for you. Usually it's water. You can see what you like. I like to mix it with, especially if I'm taking a juice. If I'm juicing, I can add the fiber to it. If I am have a juice like apple juice, like apple cider juice, I like to add it to that, because it's filling. Like if you take the apple cider juice, it has a good taste. It doesn't have a lot of sugar, and it has a lot of fiber. So I usually add it to that. You can use that to be a source of your fiber intake, and this helps you to poop. So when you have a lot of fiber, it hangs on to the sugars, it pulls the sugars towards it, and then also it helps to pull, like the food together in your intestine and make you remove undigested food through poop. So the more you poop, the more you're removing your toxins, you're removing your food that is not digested, you're removing the sugars that you are not needed. So you're also trying to increase the number of times that you are pooping to. It's a form of elimination, a form of detoxification. The other last one is fat. You can get fat from, especially good fats are from like fish, as I said, fish, the fatty fish, like salmon, and then you can also get it like from nuts. Nuts also have a little bit of fiber, so you can get it from nuts like walnuts, cashew nuts, pine nuts, peanuts, chestnuts, whatever nuts you prefer. So you can mix these nuts with your smoothies. You can eat it with, for example, if you really want to eat a carb like bread, you can eat with a protein butter so that it helps to increase your protein in that way. If you don't want to eat with a carb, you can just eat them on their own, but just make sure that you're not eating too much so that you're not increasing too much fat in your body. Everything is in moderation. You have to eat everything in moderation generally, but you also have to know how much that is needed for your weight or for your size. So what can help you with knowing how much you need is like using apps like MyFitnessPal, or just even these days if you just Google or AI and you put in the AI, I weigh this much and I need to go down to this kilograms. How much protein do I need to take every day? It should be able to calculate for you. So take advantages of those things, the apps, the weight loss apps, and they can be able to calculate for you how much fat you need in a day to achieve what you need to achieve. The nuts help to make you fuller. In fact, they make you fuller. In terms of making you fuller, that you don't need to eat a lot of carbs. They kind of help you replace that so that you don't need to eat too many carbs. And they can also be used as an energy source because they have a lot of energy compared to the other sources of food. So as I said earlier, the whole reason that we prioritize protein, fiber, and fat is so that we are able to reduce our carb intake and hopefully our inflammation by reducing the sugar intake, and also for weight loss, and of course to reduce body fat. Remember that you start with your veggies, proteins, and then fats, or if you don't have veggies, you can do protein, veggies, and then fats, but the fats should be at the end and your carbs at the very, very end, the carbs. If you do want to eat carbs, try eating the complex carbs, which is like your sweet potato, your quinoa, and reduce your portions of these. Apart from reducing portions, you can also increase your water intake. That will also make you feel fuller, and then also increase your exercise. Make sure you're exercising. Try to do some kind of walk, If you have a treadmill, you can do a treadmill, try and run, do some exercises like strength exercises, lift some weights, and as I said, everything do in moderation. Also, while you're doing such a diet, just make sure that some people react a certain way with certain diets, so you're also going to analyze yourself and see, is this working for me? Am I losing weight? Get things that you can track so that you can know, is this working for me? If it's not working for you, you might have to change your diet. Maybe there are certain foods that you like, that you don't like, or that don't agree with you, so that is also something that you might want to look at. Yeah, disclaimer, this diet may not be for everyone, so this is just my opinion and things that have helped me to maintain my weight during the year. So you can try it. I think I recommend it, but if you think you have maybe other like disease issues, illnesses, you might want to talk to your doctor in terms of seeing if that is the right diet for you. Yeah, so I recommend this if you're trying to reduce your carb intake and you're trying to increase your protein or reduce your fat, fat, or and then also you can just check also I may talk about this later, the anti-inflammatory diet, and see if also that would work for you, and because it has been shown to work for reducing a lot of health issues. So yes, try this, and then maybe if you see any results, you can put it in the comments and let me know if you're seeing any difference. So yeah, maybe that will be your recommendation for the coming new year. This might probably be my last video for the year, so happy new year to everyone, and I will see you in the coming year. Take care. Share, like, subscribe, comment. Please don't forget to at least like the video. So please, yeah, I will see you next year, 2026. Bye.